Hello guys, I'm back again with one of my other favorite decks to play, 2013 Dragon Ruler format. One of my friends, I was on Xbox, you know who you are cause I know that you've subscribed to me. But you know who you are, I don't want to give your name out cause you know that's privacy reasons. But I was asking him, I wonder what people would want to see on this channel. And he straight up told me Dragon Rulers. He think a lot of you guys like Dragon Rulers, and I was like, you know what, I was thinking that myself. So I decided, you know, I'm gonna grab my mat, find my deck, and then put it all together for you guys and show it to you. This deck actually won, I believe it was Nationals. I think it was Nationals. Nationals 2013 Patrick Hoban. He either won the WCQ, the World Championship Qualifier, or it was Nationals. It was one of the two that he won, but it was with Dragon Rulers in 2013 is when it happened. This deck, in my opinion, is the greatest deck to ever seen play. I know Zodiacs is a deck that's really good, and Pepe and Necros, but in my opinion, this deck tops them all. This is the best deck that I have ever seen or that I have ever got my hands on to play. And I don't think the deck will ever be legal again to play. I think full power windups or even full power goat control could come back before this could come back. But other on, let's get into it. First off, you gotta run 3 blaster. You run 3 of each big Dragon Ruler. Every Dragon Ruler has the effect of when it's banished, you can add a bigger, its version or the baby version of it to hand, and you can also banish 2 dragons from your hand or graveyard to special summon this dragon from your hand or graveyard. So every big dragon has that effect. But you run 3 blaster, the fire, 3 redox, the earth, 3 tidal, not tidal, 3 tempest, the wind, and now 3 tidal, the water. Redox is normally the guy that I try to banish first because he's the weakest of the 3, but in late game he has really good defense. And then Blaster's your big beater. 2 burner, 2 reacting, 2 lightning, 2 steam. All of these guys have the same effect of where you can discard him and another dragon to let you special summon the big version of him. All of them have that same effect. But they cannot declare an attack, but who really cares, because you're going to spam rank 7 exceeds. To round off your last dragon, Flameveil Guard, it's a tuner, and it lets you go into Crimson Blader, which you'll see, and it's also a good fire target for your blaster to discard or banish. 3 effect Baylor. You guys should know what this you guys should know what this does already. Pretty much negate a monster effect. It's really good for if your opponent goes into a Draco sack if you're playing a mirror match. And it's also a level 1 tuner. Triple Maxi. You gotta run Triple Maxi. If you don't play Triple Maxi, it's not going to look good for you. Especially if you're playing the mirror match, depending on how much your opponent will special summon at least 5 or 6 times in a turn, even on a bad turn. So that's 5 to 6 cards you could be drawing. So you definitely want to open up with Maxi or Baylor. Triple Gold Sark, or not triple, double Gold Sark. Gold Sark's really good for banishing your redoxes early on in the game and getting your Earth target searches with redox so you can discard them and special summon other dragons from the deck. But you don't have to just get redox, you can get any dragon, but I recommend redox. Triple Super Rejuve, must play. Triple Sacred Sword, must play. Sacred Sword's your draw power of the deck, and it banishes the dragon, so you can get searches off of it, and you draw 2 cards. Super Rejuve, for each dragon you discard, you draw that many in the end phase. I normally draw up to 4 to 6 cards off of this in a turn, so it's really good. Card Destruction. This card is really, really good. I use this card in a lot of decks of when this card was legal. And you get rid of all your dragons to the graveyard and draw that many back. It combos into Super Rejuve. But with this deck, your graveyard is your hand. This deck is so good. It can play from the graveyard, it can play from the banish zone, it can play from the hand, it can play from the field. Anywhere is pretty much your hand. So if you discard cards to the graveyard, who cares? I mean, you can just banish dragons from your graveyard to summon dragons from your graveyard. Book of Moon, just good for stopping your opponent into going Draco Sacks if you're playing the mirror match. Heavy Storm, get rid of back row for when you want to push for game. Best floodgate in the game's history, Vanity's Emptiness. You make a big board, set, pass turn, your opponent draws Vanity's Emptiness, they scoop. They can't play over it unless if they opened up their heavy. Now on to the XCs. I didn't go into anything crazy. I'm just laying out the guys that you need to have. Triple Draco Sack. Best card in the deck, in my opinion. If not the best, one of the best cards. Whenever you control a token, he can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects. And you can destroy one of your tokens to destroy a card on your field, and you may detach an Xyz material from this guy to spam 2 tokens on the board. So you can see where this card gets really insane. And it's a 7, which all the Dragon Rulers can go into. 2 Big Eye, 1000 Eyes Restrict pretty much. Detach, take control of an opponent's monster. He can't attack the turn that he does this. Also, Draco Sack can't attack the turn that he pops something. But who cares? You're clearing a board off, or you're getting your opponent's monster, so it doesn't even matter anyways. Crimson Blader. This guy is really good, and I played with one of my friends. I'm not going to say his name because of privacy issues. But when we went into the mirror match, I lost the second game that we played because he straight up made this card on his second turn, beat over, and it's game. If you get this guy out and you attack with him, you win the match. This card is way too strong. If you ever have a chance of going into this card in the mirror match, go into it. That's the reason why you run the Flame Veil Guard. That's the reason why you run 3 effect betters, because they're level 1 tuners, and that's a level 8, and all the Dragon Rules are level 7s. It's easy to go into this guy in this deck, and if you can, I recommend going into him every time. Whenever he kills a monster, your opponent cannot special summon level 5 or higher monsters for the rest of their turn. So it's really, really good. Oh wow, that's actually focusing. Here you guys can read this. But yeah, he's a really good card. Other than that, that sums up the video. I do believe that this deck is the best deck that's ever been made in Yu-Gi-Oh! History. If I have to shout out a couple cards in this deck, Vanity's Emptiness, definitely. The Blaster, definitely a good shout out for this. The whole entire extra deck, but mainly like these 2, I got a shout out in the cards. But yeah, them are the really good cards of the deck that I would recommend trying to get into your opening hand, other than the Maxi and Veilers. Other than that, shout out to the guy that told me I should upload a video on this. You know who you are. I'm gonna shout you out though. But yeah, this is, if you didn't like the video, dislike the video. And if you don't like my channel, then unsubscribe. And I guess I'll see you guys later. This is Johnny, or the Only Big Green Yu-Gi-Oh! Signing out.